What is up, folks? This is Aircast, and welcome to a video about Heroes of the Storm. Alright, so what is Heroes of the Storm? Well, I will call it a Dota style game instead of a MOBA because, well, MOBA was introduced by Riot and trying to differentiate itself from Dota, or rather trying to get people to see League of Legends in a way that was not promoting Dota. So Dota, of course, is Defense of the Ancients. It was a game that came out in Warcraft 3 as a mod, and a really awesome mod that I played a bit of, and really enjoyed, other than the fact that it can be super duper duper competitive, and it still is. Because well, the games in Dota and League of Legends, well, they can take quite a while. Usually they take at least 30 minutes, usually more 45 minutes to an hour, sometimes even longer than that. So people get really upset when somebody isn't pulling their weight or screws up or, just generally doesn't know what they're doing. The nice thing about Heroes of the Storm is it doesn't take nearly that long to play. Which is, it's a good thing and a bad thing, because those really long games, well, if you have a good team and the other team is equally good, it can be a lot of fun to be playing for that long. But at the same time, Heroes of the Storm offers something that's completely different in that, well, you can sit down and play usually about a 16-minute game. Most of the games that I've played have usually been 15 to 20 minutes, but usually they settle around 16 or so. So you can sit down, play a game, and go do something else if you want. It does not take very long. But it's still a lot of fun because there's a lot of variety in the different maps, as you will see. I'm trying to remember which map. I think it was the map that was shown in the background here. The new map that I was showed in... Oh, actually, no, it wasn't. It was the night and plant map. I don't know what the name of it was, but or at night the plants will come out and you kill the plants to basically summon this um, plant-like construct that goes and attacks your enemy down a certain lane. So that one's pretty cool, but there's all kinds of different maps. There's one where you get to turn into this big dragon knight if you capture 2 different points. There's one where you collect coins so that you can basically bribe the pirate in the middle of the map to fire all of his cannons at the enemy. That one's pretty cool. Actually, that's probably one of my favorite ones. There's all kinds of stuff, which makes this, even though it is a Dota-like game, it's dissimilar in many different ways, but it keeps the primary stuff together. So what makes it different as well is that it does not have items. Instead, it has skills that you can learn as you level up. So I'm not sure exactly how I feel about that. It certainly makes the game a lot more accessible because there's not, hundreds of items that you have to memorize and know exactly what each one of them do. So, there's not a blink dagger, but there is, on certain characters, a blink ability that you can learn at a certain level. So I'll go ahead and take you through a couple things here, just to introduce the beginnings of the game. Alright, so your characters. Well, let's go ahead and jump back. No. Go back over here. Let's introduce you to the characters that we have here. Alright, so basically they take in characters from all of the Blizzard games. We've got StarCraft and Zagara and Zeratul and, of course, Kerrigan and stuff like that. And you've got Warcraft, of course, and Malfurion and Mirrodin and Lily and a bunch of other characters, etc., artists. But you also have, oh crap, my mind's gone blank. um, Diablo, there we go. And you have Tyrael and There's some other characters from Diablo. Vala's in here. Yeah, there she is. And Sonya is the big beefy barbarian lady. And yeah, so you've got characters from all the different ones, and you can learn them from, of course, the usual Dota style way of, well, maybe not Dota style, because Dota actually gives you all of the characters. Dota 2 does that as well. Um, but more in a League of Legends way, in that you can buy them for coins that you can get from playing. I have 4,000 down here. Or you can purchase them with real money. The thing about the real money is that I don't think Blizzard has really gotten um, pricing quite right, because as you'll see, like, I got the Nexus bundle because I thought it was a pretty good deal.
Well, look who
You
it
get
is.
all of these characters and a few skins and a couple mounts. But mainly you get quite a few characters, and I don't remember how much it was, but the pricing wasn't that bad for just buying a game. I think it might have
Hi
been like
there.
$40 or something like that. Um, but you get stuff like this too, and that you have a skin bundle. It's like normally $30, $22.50. Um, yeah, 32 or $33 for just two characters and two skins and a mount. Um, some of these prices just aren't very good. And here's the starter bundle that
What's the
they've,
story?
or it's the battle bundle, isn't it?
What's the story?
Um, so the battle bundle is the one that they've been advertising more recently, and you get three characters, three skins, and a mount, and 2,500. And 2,500 is not that much at all. So for $40 and you get access to the game, you're really paying for access to the game in beta, because this for $40 is really kind of crap. So just be aware that a lot of the stuff in here, the stim packs actually aren't that bad price. 7 days is $4. Um, $10 for 30 days. I don't think that those prices are really that bad. But the heroes, say a lot of the skins that you can get, you actually have to buy. I actually think this one's pretty cool. But I mean, a skin for $7.50. I don't really like it that much. I mean, I think it's a bit much. $5, okay, I can deal with that. But I mean, $10 for this skin. I mean,
Greetings, strange one.
granted, that's a pretty kick-ass skin, but yeah, I think it's a bit much. And heroes, let's say the 10,000s are the ones that are a bit more expensive. They go down to 4,000. There's a lot of 7,000 ones. Yeah. So let's say I wanted to buy Zeratul. $10.
Void beckons.
$10 for one character. Again, I think that's a bit much. I haven't played League of Legends in quite a while, so I'm not sure how much they go for in that game, but I think it's less than that. But yeah, I just think that they're overpriced, to be honest. But you can unlock them just from playing. So, and I think the 4,000, 10,000, 7,000, I think those are actually fairly fair. I just don't think the real money is a fair way to do it. They might be trying to keep people away from buying characters unless they really want to. That way they're, more expensive. I mean, you have to have more experience to have a bunch of different characters. Maybe that's what they're going for. But I think they've been pretty much advertising it as a fairly casual game, so I don't know. I'm not sure what their deal is on that. But another thing that you need to watch out for that I understand but I don't like at all is the fact that let's just say we want to play Elite. Well, I think it's under hero info. So you don't start off with all of these abilities or talents. See down here, you get, well, I mean, you start off with all the abilities. You don't start off with all the talents. And you don't even start off with all the heroic abilities. You won't get Water Dragon until a certain level, probably 2. Which doesn't take that long, but still, they're locking some of the talents away from you until you get that character to a certain level. So you unlock certain, you unlock like this tier of abilities, the third one, when you get to rank 2, I believe. Let's take a look at Mirrodin. Nope, doesn't even look like you get 2 then. Probably level 3 then. But as you can see, this guy's level 2, and you still don't have every ability. To get to level 2, it's probably, I don't know, a couple games. To get to level 4, it's probably 4 or 5 games. Probably 5. So it doesn't take that long, but still, it's gated in the way that you feel like, well, until you get to level 4, I don't feel like I should be playing with other people, because I can't unlock all of the abilities that I have, need of. So basically, whoever's on my team, we're at a disadvantage because I can't use all of my abilities. So I find that a bit frustrating. But, yeah, there's not as many characters. And it looks like they're going to be releasing some more. And I imagine they're probably, over time, going to be releasing a lot more. It still is in beta. It just got into beta, in fact. So, until earlier this month, it was an alpha. But, yeah, there's not as many characters as there is in, say, League or Dota 2 or, games like that. So, yeah. So let's go ahead and get into a game. I'm just going to do practice mode just to show you guys what's up and why I find this frustrating. And I'll be playing Mirrodin. I think I played Zagara in my channel update episode. Zagara is probably, I'd say she's probably my favorite character. Just because you play her a bit differently than, she's a support class, I think. Oh, range specialist, excuse me. Which is, she's kind of support. I mean, I think they introduced the range specialist to say, well, it's not, like an ranged assassin type, but she's not really support either. So, she's a special attack kind of person that can do support type abilities, but, she's not a healer or something like that. She doesn't do something like Tassadar does that, he can shield his allies, as it says there, and things like that. So, yeah, so it's just a little different, I guess. But yeah. Alright, so let's get into a game, and I'll show you what's up and why exactly I don't like the gating system. Alright, so let's get into it. Okay, so it looks like we've got the pirate map, which is one of my favorites. Just I really like it. I don't know, it feels good. And who doesn't like pirates? So, especially undead pirates that have a ship in the middle of the map that bombards your enemies, and, you get to collect gold, and I don't know, I just think it's a lot of fun. Let's take a second to load up here. It doesn't take that long to load up.
What have we here? More of them scallywags coming to Blackheart's Bay, eh? Well, ye landlubbers, here everyone pays respects to the captain. And this captain only respects one thing. Coin! Ha ha ha! Don't care how ye buckos get 'em. Thievery, murder, whatever. Just bring yourselves to me ship and hand over them doubloons. And I'll give ye enemies a payload of me own.
Well, there you go. There's a quick introduction to the map. So, and over here, you can see how the abilities work. Alright, so you can already see we don't have access to these 2 sets of abilities. And yeah, see, you can tell some of these are really good, but if you get into a main game with other people, it's just frustrating not to be able to access some of the abilities that can have a big impact on what you do. So I'll go ahead and choose this one. And they do have hotkeys to select the different things, so you don't actually have to go over and click if you don't want to.
Let's crack some skulls.
Alright, so as you can see, we have the forts just like they have towers. These are going to be your main towers that shoot the big shells at people, and then you've got the smaller towers and a gate defending them. So instead of just single towers, you actually have a small base that you can defend. Alright, so let's go capture this point here. That's kind of like a... I'm trying to think of what game that's from that has towers that reveal part of the map, but yeah. I forgot I was playing a melee character. But yeah, it's just like a normal Dota-like game, in the fact that you've got creeps that you kill for money. Last hitting is not a part of this game, so that's not something that you need to worry about. Experience is also done on a team-wide basis. So instead of having different characters or different players that are at certain levels, then you have an entire team that is a certain level. Like over here it shows exactly what levels the different teams are at. So that's a good thing and a bad thing, because if you have a player that's not carrying their weight, well, you're not going to have them at level 10 while everybody else is at level 20. So that's not something you have to worry about. But at the same time, they're going to be pulling the whole team down so that, well, you know, you're not going to be in a place that you otherwise would be. Rubber banding does seem to be a bit of a thing in this, though. If one team falls behind, because the next level takes so much to get up to, as in level 20, usually the other team can catch up within a level or two by the end of the game. Alright, so let's go. As you can see, it paused the game. I'm pretty sure it only does this in practice, so it's not something that you have to worry about in the other competitive type stuff. Alright, so we'll go ahead and do this. Alright, trying to remember what that ability was. It's actually been a little while since I've been playing. Alright, so as you can see, it's showing where the bombs are hitting. Okay, let's go ahead and kill Diablo. I didn't say the NPCs are all that smart if you're wanting to just do single player stuff. They're not terrible, as you can see, but sometimes they can get out ahead and they're not very good at retreating when they have low health. Let's put it that way. So, in that I have not been all that impressed. What's also really cool about this is you have, like what was shown a second ago, if you saw down here, that Kerrigan wants to capture a bruiser camp. So that is one of the mercenary camps that you can capture. And I'm pretty sure every single map has them. Actually, I'm almost positive that everyone does. But these different guys, once you take over, let me go ahead and just run this way. As you can see, they're killing these guys right here, and this is actually a higher level one. They've captured it, and it's going to go. All these guys have become mercenaries, and they're going to push in this top lane. Yeah. Alright, I wish you could turn this off. At the moment, you can't. It gets really annoying. You can actually mount up during the game. Oh, come here, Diablo. Well, I can get at least him. Alright. But yeah, and these guys are going to come attack for us, so that's pretty cool. And if you capture a bunch of those camps, and the other team isn't prepared for it, you can really start to overwhelm the enemy, because they're basically super creeps is what they are. So, say in the other games, in LoL and Dota, if you destroy the enemy barracks, you know, you get super creeps. Well, this is basically this game's version of super creeps. Is you can capture these camps at different points in the game, and they do have respawn times, so you can't just capture them over and over and over again, which is definitely a good thing. So, yeah. But you can capture a whole bunch of different types of them, so That's kind of cool. There is not a jungle in this game, so that's a thing, which actually I like quite a bit. Jungling can be a lot of fun, but at the same time, when you keep people out of when you don't have a jungle, that's when, well, you're having a lot more team fights and one-on-one fights and, two-on-one fights, a lot of ganking, all that kind of stuff. So it's more, character on character than, PvE stuff. All right, we'll do this one. All right, so let's go ahead and head down here. It looks like he got me before I got him. And as you can see, you can have the same characters on different teams. So, in this mode at least, I'm sure that there eventually will be a mode that's, single draft or whatever. All right. Alright, so we got a lot of people here, so let's go ahead and do this. Oh, I need to get out of here. Okay, yeah, and let's go ahead and... Oh, somebody was nice enough to heal me. Yeah, these tips can actually get kind of annoying. Just because it's like, okay, yeah, I know. I don't want to go back at the moment because I'm being healed. So... And it'll continue to tell you constantly. So it's really frustrating that way. Alright, and these towers are out of ammunition, which is another key point that you need to watch out for. Because each tower and the main keep over here all have an ammunition bar that determines whether they can shoot or not. And so if they don't, then, well, really need to watch out for the defense there. And I guess we'll just slaughter the entire team. That'll be a thing. Oh, well, Furion's gonna get away. Alright, yeah, that was a little bit of an overreach for me, but, you can't really, let's say you can't really tower dive all that much in this game, just because they hit so hard that if you try, you're probably gonna die. I mean, yeah, that's kind of a thing in other games, but at the same time, it seems like more of a thing in this one. So, yeah, like that. I'm just getting obliterated. Yeah. Alright, yeah, I probably need to head home. Alright, so let's go ahead and hit B and head home. Actually, you know what? Let's see. We've got enough people here that we could probably go and take this if they want to help me out here. Looks like they don't. Alright, well, fine. Usually the NPCs are actually pretty good at that. They'll actually come and help you out. Let's go and take this one. Alright. So let's go ahead and see if they will help me out. Right here. Oops. Nope, not that one. Yeah, this is the one that's up. And these guys are actually kind of weak, because they're just for gold. I see it's a doubloon camp there. Let's go ahead and show you how you turn its stuff in. So let's see if the chest is up. Yeah, the chest is up. Alright, so as you can see, it's really annoying. These chests will have a bunch of doubloons in them, but you have to slowly kill it over time. So if somebody comes up on you, they could steal it at the end and get 3, whereas you only got 2 if they run you off. So that's something else to watch out for. So let's go ahead and turn this in. As you can see, there's a counter down here. We've got 6 of 12. I have 8. So it's going to go ahead and turn in 6 of them. I don't think it'll turn in. Yeah, I'll still have 2. So we just bought off the captain, and he's going to shoot at our enemy, which is pretty awesome. Yep, you're dead. Alright, let's go ahead and kill these creeps so that our guys can shift forward. And there, he's now attacking the guys down there. So, you see, it's Malfurion's down here and it's blowing it up. So, I have to say, this one's pretty awesome in how it works. I like this one, and I think the mine one I like quite a lot. And that one, you go down, the mines open at certain points. Yeah, that seems kind of OP, actually. But the mines open up and you collect these skulls, and then the skulls will summon a guy to come help you, and it's pretty awesome. Alright. No, and I guess that's fine. Okay, it looks like that was a little short. It's not the best hit there. And a nice thing is the cooldowns on the ultimates aren't all that long. So, alright, let's get out of here. Some of them are actually pretty cool, even if they're not the most useful. Like the Rainer can summon a battle cruiser, which is pretty cool. But he may not. The battle cruiser may not be the best ultimate, but it's pretty kick-ass, I have to say. So I don't know. I think it's really awesome. I find that it also uses Dwarf Toss ability, even though it does damage. I find it to get out of bad situations more than anything. I use it more like a blink than I do to, you know, advance into a dangerous situation and catch an enemy off guard. Alright, goodbye. And goodbye. Yep, you're dead. Okay, and this, you don't want to be hit by that. It's pretty painful. Since melee characters do tend to have a lot more health than ranged characters do, which is pretty normal, I would say. But the difference is, in this game, you don't have, I mean, there's not a way, if you're a Malfurion, to get as much health as, say, a melee character has, which I think is kind of unfortunate, because item builds are really cool. I mean, even if typically there are certain builds you do with certain characters, but being able to customize your build is something that I do miss from, say, DotA or League of Legends. Alright, let's get ready. Well, let's pick up all these coins. Malfurion can last for a second or two. Alright, so is it time? Yeah, I can, since Malfurion's being an idiot, I'm gonna go turn in these guys. And as you can see, now it's 3 out of 14 for us, so since we've already bought him off a few times. But it's still 0 out of 10 for them because they have not bought him off at all. So that's actually really awesome as well. Alright, let's go ahead and get a chest down here just to push it forward a bit more. And wait for some of our guys to catch up with us. Because, yeah, 2 of our guys are pushing, but they're being kind of stupid about it. Because in a real game, you don't want to be doing that. I mean, let's face it, if you don't have your full team there, or at least 4 of you, don't be doing that. Alright, let's go ahead and be here. Alright, which camp is Carrion after? Alright. Alright, so let's go ahead and move up here and try to support these 2. I won't say too much about how intelligent they are, because they're not. But we've got a lot of health now, so it's a little bit easier to push since we're level 19 versus their level 15, so they're kind of getting their butts kicked, but that's kind of to be expected, so. Alright, let's get out of this. Fight Diablo back here, and we'll need some of our abilities to cool down. Off cooldowns. Alright. I don't know about that. Was kind of sucky. Alright, now let's get out of here. Oh, they're over here now. And they've got some guys with them, so. Alright, yep, some of these mercenaries over here, so. Yes, I know. But they're almost dead, so. Oh, this isn't good. Alright, now get out of there. That was probably not the smartest thing for me to do. But, yeah. It was Well, apparently it was worth the risk because I lived. But probably would not have been if I wasn't. Alright, this is the basic mount that you get right here that they're riding. And you get a mount without having to buy any of the other special mounts. So buying a cosmetic mount isn't something that you have to worry about because some of them can be quite expensive. I've been considering buying a different one, but I've been holding off just because, well, they're not very cheap. So I really like the mechanical wolf because I've always really been into wolves. So, but yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and head down here. And let's see about... I don't know if I can get these guys by myself or not. Oh, we get to level 20. Yeah, as you can see, there's... And again, you can only have one option in 3. So this is why I think it's a serious issue that you don't have access to all of your abilities. Alright, so Kerrigan's going to come down and help me out. And an interesting thing is, you can see there's an absence of chat, which I think is actually really awesome because, well, you can do all of, you know, your pinging and stuff on here and actually say that you want to do certain things with that. So, yeah, I don't think it's really all that necessary, and it keeps a lot of the bad manners that these communities tend to build up out of the equation. Alright, Nerdin, leave him alone. Alright, now we need to get out of here before we have the same thing happen to us. Alright. So let's go over, and we need 16. We got 5. How many do I have? 7. As you can see there, getting hit at all goes ahead and knocks you off your mount. So it's not like you can ride around on your mount within battles. So let's go ahead and just turn these in and see about taking that. So that brings us up to 12 out of 16. Hey, Kerrigan. Kerrigan. Alright, I can probably take him out, yeah, just fine by myself, but... Yes, I could. Come over here. Come on. I really like the mercenary mechanic. It adds a nice new feature that's just not available in the other games. So, and it makes the games a lot quicker. Now, in a normal game, you'd probably have a lot more back and forth, but still, you know, it can allow you to push towers where, you know, otherwise you just wouldn't be able to. So it, you know, that drags out games a lot longer than they would otherwise be in, say, a game like this. So, alright, so this is probably the end. So we're all here. There's nothing really they can do. Yeah, they're pretty screwed. I mean, they've been screwed for a while, but as you can see, they're starting to catch up. They're level 18 out of 21, so there you go. And that is the end. Goodbye. Farewell. Alright, so that's going to wrap it up for this video. I just wanted to give you a quick introduction to exactly what Heroes of the Storm is and some of the mechanics that go with it. So that will be that. Alright, so you'll be seeing some of these videos in the future. Usually they'll probably go along with some other video that I've posted that day. But okay. But yeah. They might be main videos for a little while, especially when we're having server problems. Right now, I plan on having another video set up for today, doing some Thaumcraft, but unfortunately, yeah, the server's been down all day, and last night as well, so I just I have not been able to access it, so you'll get one of those as soon as the server comes back up. And we'll be going on from there. And I've actually been taking a look at one of the other packs that's available. That's kind of up recently, so we might see a video on that. Just because I'm curious about it. I don't think it's as well put together, but it's a lot more complicated at the same time. So I don't know. We're gonna have to see. All right. So I think that's it for today. So until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful day.